Snap 'em up. Hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the video. I'm the Grey Gardener. If you don't know my channel, I'm a gardener, run my own gardening business and grow veg in my allotment. So after this video, feel free to check the rest of the channel out. So snap 'em up. This video is aimed at people who are just starting out really, and people who are thinking about getting going, and it's something I've learned a little while ago now. And it's changed the way I do things when I'm going to price jobs and stuff, and it has a big impact, I'd say, on my business. So what am I on about? When you're just starting out, you won't have a full diary, and you get called to go to a customer's garden, and they're telling you what they're wanting. They might only say, right, I want the grass keeping tidy, grass cut, and the borders keeping tidy. That conversation might be over in seconds. The whole thing might only last 5 minutes. You're not going to go and have a half an hour chat necessarily, with a customer for the general garden tidy or whatever it may be. If it's a bigger job, obviously, yes, that's a bit of a different kettle of fish, but I'm talking about what might become one of your regular maintenance jobs. As soon as you walk into the garden, you're scanning it. Customers maybe saying one or two things to you, you maybe half listening because you just want to see what's to do in the garden, and then they might say, right, grass cut, keep the borders tidy. You're quickly scanning the borders. You're thinking, you got a million things going on inside your head. You're thinking, how long is this going to take us? What do I need to do? And you're in sort of almost panic mode a little bit, because what you don't want to happen in those early days is leave that garden without securing it, and that's something you'll learn that isn't beneficial really in the short term. So yeah, so the customer tells you what you want, you're thinking of a price, you're second guessing yourself, thinking, oh, is it too expensive? Because you're wanting the job, you need to fill that diary up, don't you? Is it too expensive? Am I doing myself out? And you're second guessing yourself, and all this is in the space of like a couple of minutes. And so when you reach your price, it's not well thought out. You haven't fully considered it. Some jobs you go to, but again, it's with experience, and you walk into a garden, you know how much it's going to be. But those early days, and I was like this, I was like, my mind was in absolute overdrive. Just you're looking to see what needs to be done. You get to a price in your head, and you think, oh bloody hell, like, is this a good price? Because you don't know, do you? You're just starting out, you haven't a clue, and you say to the customer, right, this amount, it's going to be every 2 weeks, and the customer's like, yeah, fine, no bother, and you think, yes, get in, secure the garden, and that's great, but you may have done yourself out of a few quid. So what I do now, and I'd advise anyone like who's just starting out to do this, is just, it's really simple, but you get in the mindset of like, you don't want to leave without securing the garden, because you think, just after you've gone, there's going to be another gardener walking through and giving a price. They're going to have like 2 or 3 quotes, and you may lose out on what might be a decent job. Chances are though that's really not the case. You're probably the only gardener to have looked at the garden. Obviously if it's a massive job or a big like landscape and a type job, they may well get a few quotes, but there's every chance you'll be the only gardener. They will be just really happy you've turned up and stuck to your word, and they'll be just pleased you've turned up basically. So just say, right, I've had a look, obviously I'll get back to you within the next day or two. I'll have a think on price, obviously get the contact details. I like to stick to messages, or you can ring them, but I tend to like to message people, and do it that way. Then you can go away, you can be considered, have a real think about it, don't rush in, and you'll come to a good price. And I do that now, and I've never lost out on a customer saying, no, I'm going with someone else. You get the odd person come back and say, oh no, they might say it's a little bit too much, and they're not going to go with you. That's fine. That's the nature of the beast, isn't it? These things happen. It just allows you to take in the job a little bit more, so you can actually see what needs to be done. And I always take a few photographs as well. And you're not rushing. You're not trying to think, and you might miss things in the garden. And it's just so much better in a way of doing things that is beneficial to you and the customer. You know, in the early days, I've priced myself down, and that's another thing. When you're messaging someone or emailing them or whatever, it's easier to say a slightly higher price than face to face. That's how I've found it to be, especially, as I say, in the early days. And like now, I've got more confidence, and I'm confident giving a higher price to a customer, because I know the work's going to be done to a high standard and all the rest of it. But you know, it is easy to stick an extra few quid on over a message or an email. So that's just a little tip I thought I'd share with you guys. As I say, you know, if you've been doing gardening for years, you'll know this, and it's no kind of big deal, is it? But you know, when you're just starting out, you know, these little things matter, and you learn by experience, and that's certainly one of the biggest things I've learned, is just to not rush in there, just take your time to assess it, and it's best all around, I think. If you're new here, as I say, check out the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Say hello below, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.